Good morning, student. Now we are with the new lecture of chapter electrochemistry. This is the third lecture video. In previous lecture, we are discussing about the galvanic cell, and I once again recap about the galvanic cell. Galvanic cell are built up in a two separate chamber in which separately oxidation and reduction takes place. All of you know that. The chamber containing zinc rod and its electrolyte ZnSO4 acts as anode because oxidation takes place and it is said to be oxidation half cell. And another container containing copper rod and its electrolyte copper sulfate acts as a cathode because reduction takes place. And these two rods are connected with a galvanometer to check out whether electricity passes or not. So we can check the formation of electricity with the help of galvanometer. And a salt bridge is fitted in between the two half cells. This salt bridge is a U-shaped glass tube in which neutral substance like potassium sulfate, potassium nitrate, KCl are filled. If we taken zinc sulfate or copper sulfate as an electrolyte, then in the salt bridge we fill potassium sulfate. And the main role of salt bridge is it helps to exchange the ions between the two half cells to maintain the electrical neutrality as well as complete the electrical circuit. So all of you please keep in your mind the role of salt bridge. The role of salt bridge, once again I discuss, it helps to exchange the ions between the two half cells and maintain the electrical neutrality. Okay, and also complete the electrical circuit. And it also helps to prevent the formation of liquid-liquid junction potential. These are the few functions of the salt bridge. In examinations, it is always asking. So please, all of you, understand the role of the salt bridge. And now, try to understand the terms related with the galvanic cell. The first we are discussing about the electrode potential. Electrode potential, the potential difference between the metallic rod and its ions is known as electrode potential. All of you seen that in oxidation half cell, zinc rod surrounded by the zinc sulfate electrolyte. So, in between the zinc rod and the Zn plus 2 ions, there is a potential difference because of the difference in the electrons. So, there is a potential difference develops. This is said to be the oxidation potential or electrode potential. Electrode potential is further categorized in two groups. Oxidation potential, the electrode at which oxidation takes place. And reduction potential, the electrode at which reduction takes place. Understand? And when these potentials are measured under standard conditions, what are the standard conditions? Temperature will be 298 Kelvin and concentration will be 1 m or unity. Then in this case it is said to be standard conditions. And when we measure potentials in standard conditions, then it is said to be standard potential. So standard oxidation potentials and standard reduction potential. All of you understand? Next things, we write a cell equation. For example, in the galvanic cell, Zn plus 2, Cu plus 2 ions forms Zn plus 2 aqueous Cu solid. In this, zinc undergo the process of oxidation, copper reduction. So, how would you write down the cell equation? So that is why all of you try to understand how would we write a cell equation. Cell equation for the above given cell reactions is cell equation. Zn solid oblique Zn plus 2 aqueous. This is the salt bridge. And Cu plus 2 aqueous oblique Cu solid. Here loss of electron will take place, so oxidation, because loss of electron takes place. Here reduction, because the gain of electron takes place. Gain of electron takes place. There is oxidation, there is a reduction. Oxidation side always at the left LHS side, or reduction at the right hand side. Understand? And here develops E naught ox. Here develops E naught red. Standard oxidation potential, standard reduction potential, and it is acts as anode. It acts as cathode. In this, anode is negative because electron is released from this. That is why anode is negative. Here cathode is positive. Anode is always present at the left side. This is present at the right side. And when we find out the potential difference between these two, then it is said to be cell potential. So all of you try to understand what is the cell potential. Cell potential, all of you try to understand. Cell potential. Cell potential. The potential difference. The potential difference between two half cell is known as cell potential. And when it is measured under standard conditions, then it is said to be standard cell potential. It is said to be standard cell potential, and it is represented by E naught cell, and E naught cell is equal to E naught red minus E naught ox, or E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode, or E naught cell is equal to E naught right minus E naught left. So please, all of you try to understand this formula. Or in question generally standard reduction potentials are given, so you can convert E naught ox by using this formula. E naught ox is equal to minus E naught red. So these things are very important for you. So in large number of questions are based on this topic. So I think that this topic is already discussed in class 11 also in redox chapter. So standard cell potential is equal to standard reduction potential minus standard oxidation potential. Understand? Now try to understand other useful relationship between standard cell potentials and Gibbs free energy, and also in between the E naught del G naught is equal to minus NF E naught cell. This is one of the important relationship between the Gibbs free energy. This is the standard Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy. This is the standard cell potential, standard cell potential. F is the Faraday constant, Faraday's constant. N is the number of electron oxidized or reduced. Next relation, del G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc. Kc is the equilibrium constant. This is the another relation. This is the equilibrium constant. So all of you please keeping in your mind. These are the important formula related with the E naught cell. E naught cell related with the Gibbs free energy and Gibbs free energy related with the equilibrium constant. So these formulas are used to solve the several kinds of numerical given in your textbook. So all of you try to understand once again. Gibbs free energy is the equal to minus n F E naught cell. N is the number of electron oxidized or reduced. F is the Faraday constant, and all of you know the magnitude of F. 1F is equal to 96500 coulomb. And E naught cell, how would you find out the E naught cell? E naught cell is equal to E naught red minus E naught ox. Understand? Any problem? I think that all of you understand in very well manner. Now once again try to understand about the galvanic cell. Galvanic cell are built up in a two separate chamber in which separately oxidations and reduction takes place. The chamber containing copper rod and its electrolyte, copper sulfate, acts as anode because here oxidation takes place, and the chamber containing zinc rod and its electrolyte ZnSO4, copper sulfate, acts as cathode because in this reduction takes place. So, and these two half cells are connected with a galvanometer to showing the flow of electricity. And a salt bridge is also fitted in between these two half cells. And the important role of salt bridge is it helps to exchange the ions between the two half cells to maintain electrical neutrality as well as also complete electrical circuit, and also helps to prevent liquid-liquid junction potential. I think that all of you understand. And in this, electrode potential is very important. The potential difference between the metallic rod and its ions is known as electrode potential, which is further categorized as oxidation potential, the electrode at which oxidation takes place, and reduction potential, the electrode at which reduction takes place. And when these potentials are measured under standard condition, then it is said to be standard oxidation potential and a standard reduction potential respectively. And important things, important topic or important points is how would we find out the standard cell potential or cell potential. Cell potential is the potential difference between the two half cells, and when potentials are measured under the standard conditions of temperature 298 Kelvin and concentration 1 m, then it is said to be standard cell potential, and standard cell potential is equal to E naught red minus E naught ox. E naught red minus E naught ox. Standard cell potential is equal to E naught red minus E naught ox. Understand? And after computing the value of E naught cell, you can find out the value of Gibbs energy. Gibbs energy is equal to minus NF E naught cell. And another formula of the Gibbs energy, which is correlated between the Gibbs energy and equilibrium constant, which is del G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc. Here Kc is the equilibrium constant. Understand?